The sky is caved, the night is deep. The world forgot the vows we keep. The cities fade, the echoes run, and I am left beneath the sun. The air is torn, the ground is weak. The fire hums, it doesn't speak. Beneath the cold, beneath the snow, the ashes still glow. It's not the end if I can breathe. A spark remains inside of me. Ashes still glow. Even when the rivers slow, every scar, every fall becomes the proof I lived it all. The dark can't tell me where to go, 'cause ashes still glow. The wind has changed, the light is gone, but I've been broken for too long. The pain became the way I learned to love the fire that never burned. It's quiet now, but I still feel the pulse beneath the things that heal. And even when the nights are low, the ashes still glow. They said the fire fades with time, but it still beats beneath the light. Ashes still glow. Even when the rivers slow, every scar, every fall becomes a proof I lived it all. The dark can't tell me where to go, 'cause ashes still glow. Maybe life is built from loss, from learning what the flame can cost. Every ruin, every tear is how the light appears. So if the storm should come again, I'll rise and face it like a friend. For even death can't overthrow the fire below. Ashes still glow through the weight of all I know. Every breath, every pain is just another spark I gain. You can bury but never slow the truth that ashes still glow. The wind moves on, the earth turns slow, the night forgets, but I still know. And somewhere deep beneath the snow, the ashes still glow.
You looked at me, the room stood still. The air forgot the evening chill. No words escaped, no need to hide. The truth was clear between our eyes. The light was soft, the walls were gray. The world outside just slipped away. And for a breath, the silence grew and told me all I needed to. Every thought was understood. Without a sound we stood before we said a thing. The air began to sing. Every glance became a voice. Every hush a perfect choice. No language could bring what we knew before. The night drew near, the quiet burned from far to hear. No questions asked, no lines to cross, just knowing what we'd never lost. The stars were close, the city far. I heard your heart in who you are. The moment spoke, the clocks were blind, and time fell out of mind. Our shadows touched and I could tell the silence fit us well before we said a thing. The air began to sing, every glance became a voice, every hush a perfect choice. No language could bring what we knew before we said a thing. Maybe love was made of pause, of breaths that broke the world's old laws. We didn't plan, we didn't name, but silence caught the flame. And even now when words arrive, they never feel that much alive. I still return to where hearts cling before we said a thing. Before we said a thing, the night forgot to spin. Every look, every sigh still repeats beneath the sky. No time, no vow, no ring, just us before we said a thing. The air grows thin, the stars align, but I still hear your breath in mine. No sound remains, no echoes wing, just peace before we said a thing.
The light fell soft across your face. The world slowed down, we lost our place. No sound between the breath we shared, but every thought was standing there. Your hand was close, the air was thin, the night exhaled and pulled us in. No need to speak, no lines to prove, the silence knew what hearts would move. Every second held its breath between the words we never said. We were breathing in the silence, living where the world stood still. Every look became defiance, every hush a gentle thrill. We didn't need the guidance, we were breathing in the silence. The city hummed, but far away. Our hearts were louder anyway. Your eyes were calm, the stars were bright, and something sparked beneath the night. No promise made, no vow to bind, just something infinite inside. The space was small, the truth was vast. We didn't speak, just let it last. The moment stretched, it wouldn't end, where everything began again. We were breathing in the silence, living where the world stood still. Every look became defiance, every hush a gentle thrill. We didn't need the guidance, we were breathing in the silence. between the noise the world draws. Maybe we were meant to stay where sound and meaning slip away. Even now when nights rewind, I feel your breath align with mine. No echo left, no violence, just breathing in the silence. We were breathing in the silence, hearts too loud to kill. Every glance became reliance, every second standing still. Even now in absence, I'm breathing in the silence. The lights fade slow, the air turns cold, but something quiet still takes hold. And in that peace, so timeless, I'm breathing in the silence.
Headlights chase our open eyes. The city hums, the fever flies. Every breath is gasoline. We're painted bright, we're 17. The rhythm breaks beneath our skin. We fall apart, then start again. The world's a fuse, the sparks inside. We're born to collide. No time to fear, no need to stay. The dark just shows us where to blaze. Burn the night alive. Let every second drive. Every scream, every flame spells out our name. No tomorrow to survive. We burn the night alive. The neon bleeds across the rain. We chase the sound, we outrun pain. The air is sharp, the music wild, the moment's reckless, undefiled. The city bends, the skyline spins, we lose it all, but this begins. No end in sight, no wrong, no right. We're fire tonight, no one can stop what's meant to break. The night is ours, the rules we make. Burn the night alive. Let every second drive. Every scream, every flame spells out our name. No tomorrow to survive. We burn the night alive. Maybe youth was made to fade, to burn too bright, to be afraid. But I would trade the years ahead for one more spark instead. So let the smoke erase the stars. We'll light what's left of who we are. The dawn can wait, the sun can hide. We're endless inside. Burn the night alive. Let our hearts collide. Every pulse, every scar proves how loud we are. If this is it, we'll never die. We'll burn the night alive.
lights are off, the air is thin. Your shadow waits where you have been. I say your name, it doesn't stay. It fades like smoke, then drifts away. The window hums a quiet tone, the kind that sounds like being alone. I tell you things you'll never hear, but somehow I feel you near. The silence hums, it feels like you. In every breath I'm speaking through. There are echoes in my room where I still talk to you. Every word a fragile truth, falling where your voice once grew. You're the sound I can't undo. The echoes in my room. The night leans close, the clock turns slow. I chase your voice in undertones. I tell you how my day went by, and laugh before I start to cry. The walls repeat the things I miss. Your warmth, your noise, your simplest kiss. The air replies, the curtains sway as if they know what I would say. The dark still knows your favorite line. It plays inside this heart of mine. There are echoes in my room where I still talk to you. Every word a fragile truth, falling where your voice once grew. You're the sound I can't undo. The echoes in my room. Maybe this is how you stay. In the quiet things I say. Maybe love was never gone, just moved where silence carries on. I breathe you in, I let it go, and watch the dim lamps afterglow. Your memory hums a lonely tune, the same one played in June. There are echoes in my room, still calling out to you. Every tear a word reborn, every night the same old storm. Though time keeps passing through, I live with echoes of you. The dawn creeps in, the colors bloom, but you still linger in this room. And though the world resumes, I stay with echoes in my room. Your shadow moved across the globe. breaking in. You looked at me, I lost my place. The sky was painted in your face, and though the air was barely warm, it felt like home, like something more. The city slept, the stars remained, and every silence said your name. Echoes of the starlight still falling through my mind. Every breath I took that night still lives between our sides. We were infinite, you and I, in echoes of the starlight. The ground was cold, your laugh was fire. The air was thin but pulled us higher. The lights below were far away, but I still see them when I pray. The minutes blurred, we lost the time. Your voice still hums beneath my spine. And even now when nights are wide-eyed, I feel you in the tide. The stars still burn, they never fade. The night remembers what we made. Echoes of the starlight still falling through my mind. And every breath I took that night still is between our sides. We were infinite, you and I, in echoes of the Maybe love was never gone. It just turned into another song. And every chord, every refrain still whispers softly of your name. The wind still hums the way you spoke. The air still glows where moments broke. No matter how the years collide, you're still inside the night. Echoes of the starlight still chasing through my mind. Every shadow, every line still drifts where we entwined. Even time can't say goodbye to echoes of the starlight. To echoes of the starlight. The dawn returns, the lights decay, but something bright still wants to stay. And when I close my eyes tonight, I hear echoes of the starlight. Echoes of the starlight. Echoes of the starlight.
echoes fading one by one. I walk through dust, through bitter gray, but something warm refused to fade. The sound of glass beneath my feet, the taste of loss, both sharp and sweet. And though the night erased it all, I still burned after the fall. I thought the end would take my name, but silence only fed the flame. Even after the fall, I'm standing through it all. Every scar, every pain built the fire I still contain. The world may turn, the stars may crawl, but I burn. Even after the fall. Froze, but in the dark a small light rose. No one to see, no one to save, but fire doesn't ask to stay. I learned to breathe in broken air, to find the strength that wasn't there. And though the dawn forgot to call, I still shine after the fall. No crown, no faith, no holy sound, just quiet hearts that still rebound. Even after the fall, I'm standing through it all. Every scar, every pain built the fire I still contain. The world may turn, the stars may crawl, but I burn. Even after the fall, you can crush the bones, you can drown the light, but something small will still ignite. The wind can't steal what's born inside, a spark that never learned to hide. And even now, through ruins wall, I still breathe. I still call. Even after the fall, the fire answers every call. Every wound becomes my proof, every loss another truth. The night may break, the stars may stall, but I burn. Even after the fall, the dust will fade, the dawn will crawl, but I will rise beyond it all. And though the world forgets it all, I remain. After the fall.
The rain taps softly on the glass. I count the beats, I let them pass. Your voice still hides in quiet rooms, between the walls, between perfumes. I ask if you remember me, the way the night used to agree. No one replies, but still I try, pretending silence doesn't lie. Your absence speaks in gentle tones. I hear it louder than my own. I talk until you answer, though I know you never will. Every echo fills the distance, every breath feels just as still. The dark becomes a dancer, and I talk until you answer. The light turns pale, the candles fade. I tell the truth we never made. The same old jokes, the same old song. I whisper them though you've been gone. I trace the air where you once stood. nose can hear what hearts confess. Then maybe this is loneliness. The night repeats what I once knew. It answers softly just like you. I talk until you answer, though I know you never will. Every echo fills the distance, every breath feels just as still. The dark becomes a dancer, and I talk until you answer. Maybe I'm the one who stays while you've already slipped away, but I can't stop, I never do, because the night still sounds like you. If I could let the silence fade, I'd lose the only home I've made. So I keep calling through the blur, as if the air remembers her. I talk until you answer, though the world has learned to heal. Every word I throw to nowhere comes back heavy, comes back real. You're the ache that never transfers, and I talk until you answer. The dawn breaks off, the windows gleam, but I still live inside the dream. And if you're somewhere past this stir, please know I'm still talking to her. The city breeze catches sound. The air is wild, the streets unbound. Every color cuts the haze. Our hearts ignite in different ways. We move like echoes, sharp and fast. This fever's made to never last. The world dissolves behind our eyes, but we refuse to die. No turning back, no second try. We burn to learn. How high is the sky? Lights run through us, faster than the dawn. Every second breaks apart, but we keep moving on. The night can't undo us. Lights run through us. The air tastes sweet, the baseline grows. We wear the heat that no one knows. Our laughter spins, the moment screams. We're living inside lucid dreams. The crowd's a wave that never ends. The noise is all that we defend. And if we fall, we'll fall in flame. That's how we stay the same. We don't survive, we just collide and call it life. We call it pride. hand was warm, the air would glow. You said my name, the night replied, and every fear just stepped aside. The stars were spilling down so near. They brushed your skin, they drew me here. I didn't know what love could be till you stood right next to me. The world was ours, it felt so clear. Every breath pulled you near. I'm still under your sky, where every dream learned how to fly. The stars may fade, the night may die, but I'm still under your sky. Even if we said goodbye, you're the reason I survive. Still under your sky. The streets were cold, the air was thin. You laughed, the world was new again. The shadows danced, the time stood still. My heart forgot its fragile will. We never planned, we never knew, but everything began with you. And though the dawn would break the spell, it's where my heart still fell. Every moment, every sign still leads me back to that night. I'm still under your sky, where every dream learned how to fly. The stars may fade, the night may die, but I'm still under your sky. Even if we said goodbye, you're the reason I survive. Still under your sky. Maybe love was just a spark, too bright to live, too deep to mark. But even now when nights are wide, I see your light, I feel alive. The stars return, the air turns blue, and all I see still points to you. No matter where the years collide, I'm still under your sky. I'm still under your sky, where forever learned to shine. Every glow, every sigh still pulls me back in time. And though the night's gone by, you never really said goodbye. I'm still under your sky. The stars fall slow, the world's awake, but something in me will never break. Every breath, every try still lives under your sky. The air was clear, the lights were low. The city whispered soft and slow. You looked at me, the stars aligned, and something endless crossed my mind. Your laughter broke the quiet sky. It burned so bright, I can't deny. We didn't plan, we didn't know, but that was when we started to glow. Every second stretched in gold, every truth we left untold. That night we glowed. The world was ours to hold. Every breath became a flame. Every heartbeat learned your name. Time can fade, but I still know we were stars. That night we glowed. The wind was warm and moved your hair, and I still feel that moment there. The lights below began to spin as if they knew what we were in. The world was loud, but we were still. The air electric, sharp, unreal. No reason why, no need to show. We lived inside that afterglow. Every second burned too fast, but somehow I knew it would last. That night we glowed. The world was ours to hold. Every breath became a flame. Every heartbeat learned your name. Time can fade, but I still know we were stars. That night we glowed. Maybe we were made of light, built to live in fleeting nights. Even if the dawn erased, the glow still lives in my embrace. I see your face in every sky, each spark that falls, each reason why. No matter where the years have flown, I still shine from what we've known. That night we glowed. Our shadows turned to gold. Every tear became a spark. Every love survives the dark. Time moved on, but hearts still show. We were fire. That night we glowed. Through a fire. That night we glowed. The stars fell down, the air turned slow, but somewhere deep the embers grow. And when the night begins to show, I remember how we glowed.
The walls collapse, the sound is gone. The night feels endless, dragging on. But in the quiet deep inside, a flame refuses to subside. The ground is cold, the air is thin. I trace the dust upon my skin. And even when the sky decays, the fire stays. You can tear the sun apart, but you won't find my fading heart. The fire that stays keeps burning through the haze. Even when the stars forget, even when the world resets. Through every loss, through every phase, I am the fire that stays. The echo fades, the years move slow. The rivers freeze, but I still glow. The weight of silence pulls me near, but still I hold the spark I hear. No one sees, no one believes, but light still breathes inside of me. It bends, it breaks, but never sways. The fire stays. No voice to call, no hand to hold, but I am built from ash and gold. The fire that stays keeps burning through the haze. Even when the stars forget, even when the world voices in the gray. Even when the sky is undone, even when I'm the only one, you can't erase what never fades. I am the fire that stays. The flame. The sky fell down, the color drained. The world forgot the words we named. I stood among the broken ground and heard no more than silent sound. The air was still, the dust was high. The sun refused to meet the sky. But deep beneath the weight and chains, the flame remains. The storm can't take what I have known, but it can't reach the fire I own. The flame remains through loss, through ache, through endless race. Every wound, every scar tells me who we really are. I may bend, but not be tamed. The flame remains. The stars burned out, the night grew long, but in the dark I found my song. The ashes whispered soft and low, you're not the one who needs to go. I learned that light can hide in pain, that warmth can bloom through what's insane. And even when my heart complains, the flame remains. No wind can steal what's born from pain. No storm can wash away my name. The flame remains through loss, through ache, through endless rains. Every wound, every scar tells me who we really are. I may bend, but not be tamed. The flame remains. I've walked through fire, I've burned through fear, but every burn just made me clear. If all I have is just this breath, then I'll outlive even death. The smoke may rise, the earth may fade, but I was never unmade. The world can fall, the light can wane, still the flame remains. Still the flame remains. The flame remains even when the end explains. Every tear, every fight becomes the reason I ignite. You can break, but not contain. The fire, the flame remains. The flame remains. The dawn will come, the night will fade. The scars will glow from what we've made. And through it all, through joy and pain, the flame remains.
The night sits quiet, soft and thin. I breathe you out, I breathe you in. The lamp still hums the way it did when you were here and nothing hit. Your sweater's hanging by the chair. It moves though there's no wind in there. I talk to it like you're around. Pretend that ghosts can make a sound. And every time I close my eyes, the air repeats our last goodbye. The room still hears your name. Every night it sounds the same. Every echo, every sigh brings you back before goodbye. I'm talking through the dark again. The room still hears your name. I tell you how my day went slow, how time forgot which way to go. I ask if you still dream at all, then wait for silence down the hall. The glass reflects the ghost of you. It's faint but somehow still feels true. I reach to touch but find the air still warmer where you used to care. The hours pass, the stars remain, but everything still speaks your name. The room still hears your name. Every night it sounds the same. Every echo, every sigh brings you back before goodbye. I'm talking through the dark again. The room still hears your name. Maybe love was meant to stay in spaces words can't take away. Maybe loss is just the part that keeps you sleeping in my heart. I whisper soft, you never fade. You live in what the silence made. And even though I know it's vain, the room still calls your name. The room still hears your name. Like fire without a flame, every breath I try to hide still pulls you to my side. Even time can't wash away the room still hears your name. The dawn creeps in, the light turns pale, but nothing in this heart has failed. So once again I say your name, and the room whispers the same.
We didn't speak, we didn't move. The air was thick with something true. Your eyes met mine, the world grew still, and I forgot what time could kill. The night was young, the lights were slow. I felt your warmth begin to show. No need for words, no grand remark, just breathing close inside the dark. The quiet knew what we became before our hearts could find a name. In the space between our hearts, the silence played its part. Every look became a line, every pause was by design. We didn't need to try so hard. In the space between our hearts, the street was cold, your smile was calm, your hand was near, I felt your palm. No sound escaped, but still it stayed, the kind of peace that won't decay. The city slept, the stars leaned close, we shared what no one ever knows. The world was gone, yeah we were seen, alive inside a perfect dream. Our shadows touched, our fears fell down, and nothing made a single sound. In the space between our hearts, the silence played its part. Every look became a line, every pause was by design. We didn't need to try so hard. In the space between our hearts, maybe love was born that night, between the dark and morning light. No promises, no plans to make, just something words could never wake. And even now when skies divide, I feel you breathing by my side. The quiet hums a moment starts, inside the space between our hearts. Between our hearts, we were never far apart. Every sigh, every stare still lingers softly there. Even time can't tear apart the space between our hearts. The night moved on, the stars grew faint, but silence never lost its paint. And though we drift through different parts, we live in the space between our hearts.
Through glass and sound and smoke, the air is thick, our words unspoke. The city hums beneath our feet, our hearts forget to skip a beat. Every color's out of frame, every pulse forgets its name. The nights effuse, the sparks unfold, and we're too young to grow old. No slowing down, no breathing deep. The world can wait, the clock can sleep. Till the lights explode, we'll chase what we can't hold. Every second, every scar turns to who we really are. We don't stop, we don't know. We'll run till the lights explode. Your hand brushed mine, the street was fire. The noise rose higher and higher. Our laughter bled into the rain, and I forgot my name again. We're half awake, half divine, living on borrowed time. The stars are close, the air's in gold, and every breath feels bold. We break like glass, we burn like flame. We never lose, we just rename. Till the lights explode, we'll chase what we can't hold. Every second, every scar turns to who we really are. We don't stop, we don't know. We'll run till noon. The lights explode. Maybe youth was made to fade, to fall apart, to be remade. We know it ends, but not tonight. We're made of noise was ours. The fire showed. We lived till the lights explode. The night was warm, the world stood still. Your eyes reflected something real. The sky leaned close, it softly sighed, and every breath was you and I. The air was sweet, the lights were slow. Your voice a place I used to know. We didn't speak, we didn't try. The stars were loud enough that night. You smiled and time forgot to move. The world just stayed to honor you. Under the same stars, you were right where my heart starts. Every shimmer held your name. Every glow still burns the same, though years have torn us far apart. We're still under the same stars. Soft, it brushed your hair, and I still feel the silence there. The city hums, the sky turns gray, but I still see that night replay. You turned to me, and for a while the universe was your small smile. I didn't know what love became, but I still whisper your name. No promises, no grand design, just stars and hearts that realigned. Under the same stars, right where my heart starts. Every shimmer held your name. Every glow still burns the same, though years have torn us far apart. We're still under the same stars. Under the same stars. Maybe we were never meant to last beyond that firmament, but every night I look above and find the ghost of our first love. It's not goodbye, it's not regret, it's something I can't quite forget. The light still finds the place we are forever. Under the same stars. Under the same stars, I still feel where you are. Every tear becomes a glow, every dream a long echo. No matter how far hearts depart, we live under the same stars. Under the same stars. The night moves on, the world turns slow, but in my chest that light still glows. And even if you've gone too far, you're here under my stars. The streets are wet with city dreams. We're running fast through broken beams. The air is loud, it tastes like fear, but we still shout, we're still right here. Our shadows dance on every wall. We rise to break, we rise to fall. The night is short, but we don't trade. We'll burn before we fade. Every flash, every sound pulls us deeper underground. We'll burn before we fade, like stars we can't evade. Every breath is fire bright, every tear reflects the light. is sharp, the rhythm bends. We're not afraid of how it ends. The dawn can come, we won't be swayed. We'll burn before we fade. The clocks collapse, the stars collide. We live, we crash, we never hide. We'll burn before we fade, like stars we can't evade. Every breath is fire bright, every tear reflects the light. If this is youth, then we've been made to burn before we fade. Maybe we were built to break, to feel the earth and watch it shake. Every scar's a proof of flame, every loss still calls our name. We're the noise the night forgave, the sparks the morning couldn't save. And even when the dark will trade, we'll burn before we fade. We'll burn before we fade. No promise left to save. Every shout, every scar shows exactly who we are. The light may fall, but we won't shade. We'll burn before we fade. We'll burn before we fade. The sky turns pale, the echoes stay. The fire hums beneath the gray. And even when we drift away, we burn before we fade.
The night was still, your gaze was near. The world dissolved, but you were clear. No need for words, no sound, no cue. The air itself already knew. Our hearts were loud, the stars were slow. The time forgot which way to go. You didn't speak, you didn't try, and yet I heard your sigh. Every second seemed to bend, where all beginnings met their end. When silence knew our names, we didn't need the flames. Every look was deep and wide, every truth we couldn't hide. No word could ever frame. When silence knew our names. The light was soft, it brushed your face. The night held on, it wouldn't erase. Your shadow leaned a little close. The air grew warm, the stars froze. The wind forgot to move the trees. We spoke through breath, through memories. No sentences, no need to claim. We live without a name. Our hearts aligned, the sound was gone, and still the meaning lingered on. When silence knew our names, we didn't need the flames. Every look was deep and wide, every truth we couldn't hide. No word could ever frame. When silence knew our name. Oh, maybe words would break the thread between the thoughts we never said. So we just let the moment stay and watch the noise fade away. Now I recall that fleeting hush where everything was made of us. The night still calls, it sounds the same. When silence knew our names. When silence knew our names. The world forgot its claims. Every glance was its own vow. Every breath still lives somehow. Even time can't take that frame. Ooh, when silence knew our names. Stars moved on, the dawn began, but still I feel that touch again. No sound, no word, no blame, just silence, whispering our names. When silence knew our names.
The room is small, the night is wide. Your voice still hums where shadows hide. I close my eyes, I start to speak. The words fall slow, the air is weak. Your laughter drifts along the wall, a phantom sound that doesn't fall. I reach for you, but touch the air, pretending you're still there. The quiet bends, it holds your shape, a memory I can't escape. I'm whispering to the wind, like you could hear again. Every word I never said fills the sky above my bed. You're the echo I begin when I'm whispering to the wind. The window hums your favorite tune. The stars lean close, the fragile moon. I tell you how my days have gone. You smile through air that moves me on. The light refracts where you once stood, and I pretend you understood. Every silence feels the same, still breathing out your name. The air remembers every tone of nights when I was not alone. I'm whispering to the wind, like you could hear again. Every word I never said fills the sky above my bed. You're the echo I begin when I'm whispering to the wind. Maybe ghosts don't fade with time, they just live in every line. Maybe love is meant to stay in all the things we couldn't say. The night just listens without sound to every word I send around. And if you hear me deep within, then I'll keep whispering to the wind. I'm whispering to the wind where your memory has been. Every breath I try to hide still carries you inside. And though I'll never see you again, I'm still whispering to the wind. The dawn arrives, the light grows thin, but I still feel you on my skin. The world moves on, but I begin each night whispering to the wind.